interests me. But my friend Coffin is dead.
So, Square Enix, known for famous games like Outriders and Chocobo GP, have come down from the heavens to bless us with yet another installment in the Life is Strange series. Life is Strange Double Penetrate. Surprisingly, I haven't actually seen many people talk about this trailer, but as someone who started foaming at the mouth the second they heard Hanatel's voice, I can confirm I'm pretty fucking excited to see the return of Max. Besides this, the graphics seem like a mixed bag. The environments are enchanting to say the least, but the characters fall into the strange rogue company type uncanny valley, which to its credit is kind of a running theme in the series. But what I'm most invested in is the story. So if you haven't seen the trailer, Max has the ability to go between different realities, which I have to say would be a cool concept, if not every fucking piece of media since Endgame has done the exact same shit. I would have liked to see the return of the time traveling powers, but I doubt we will, because this might make the game just a bit too cluttered and kind of all over the place. But I am curious to see how the powers work, like how in Life is Strange 1, if you didn't like a choice you could go back and change it, which added a whole new level of possibilities, as if you didn't like what you did, you could just go back and do the complete opposite. Which raises the question, will it be similar in the new one, where you can jump into a different dimension where you made the complete opposite choice, or where you didn't make a choice at all and then you can just start again? With the return of Max with a whole new set of powers and a murder mystery plot, you'd expect me to feel pretty excited. But this game actually worries me more than it does excites, as I don't want to see it fall into the same category as Payday 3 or Overwatch 2, as it's being developed by Deck 9, who made True Colors, which is unarguably the worst of the Life is Strange games, and Dontnod has absolutely zero connection to this game, who are the original creators of Life is Strange 1 and 2. Dontnod also made it a point to leave stories after finishing with them, but of course, in all of Square Enix's wisdom, they pull an English explorer and dig up the preserved remains of Life is Strange 1 and slap it on display at $5 a pop to see. What I'm saying is this game kind of feels like a bit of a cash grab, which worries me because I don't know if they'll be able to capture the passion the first game had. This would, in return, continue the path of slowly killing off the franchise as each new game is added to it, as Life is Strange 2 and True Colors kind of failed to capture the magic of what made the first, that being the character dynamics and the interactivity with the world, which I don't believe either of the sequels really succeeded in doing, especially to the extent of which the first one does, which has been the major fall of the series and led to its decline in quality. So I can only really hope that the new one will be able to capture Max and her relationship with the world in the same way the first one does. But one constant question that was ringing louder than the voices in my head was, where is Chloe? So we know that this game takes place in Vermont due to this very generic looking cop's belt. So in the second game we learn that Max and Chloe are near New York, which is next to Vermont, and there is talk of a gallery, which could match up to where Max is in this game, so it's not out of the question to believe that we may get the return of Chloe as well, which would be a selling point to many, as her and Max's relationship was the foundation of the success of the first. But the new game could follow a completely alternate timeline, where Chloe might have never even existed. But what do I think? Will this game be the reason for the series revival, or the final nail in the coffin? Well, truthfully, I don't have high hopes for this game. I mean, they have one of the most beloved characters in video game history, so the fall is very high, especially if they fail. Plus, with already mixed reception with the trailer to the game, it would be a shock if this game could live up to the hype of the first. But I actually do want to see this game prove me wrong and not just be another terrible sequel. They have all the material to make one of the best story games within recent years, and a boatload of fans who have been waiting nearly 10 years for this. We just have to hope they can pull their shit together and do the series some justice, because I love Life is Strange. It's the game that got me into story games and began my love for looking deeper into games and the meaning and mechanics behind them. But until the new game drops, we just don't know. So until then, all I'll say is try not to judge a book by its cover. I mean, a worthless rock could always be a diamond in disguise. Unless it's Redfall. Fuck that game. The only thing I know is, as long as Chloe isn't dead, they're not gonna have to collect an insurance policy. Hey, thanks for watching. I know the lack of videos is, well, pretty mucky to say the least, and a breakdown and kind of just a bit of a rant of a trailer probably isn't the first video that people wanted back. but I needed some way to get back into the groove of making these, and this is just the first step in my grand comeback. Shout out Kim Kardashian. I can't wait to see what this new era of Yummy Chemicals brings, so thanks. This little bit here is kind of just a bit of a thanks to everyone who stuck by, so sorry new viewers. King, thanks for being here so long, man. Wizard, thank you for actually like just giving me the motivation to continue. Fofo, you're just him. Angel, thanks for being a pillar of positivity. Thank you Kag, Combo and Callum, by the way, for actually just sticking by with me and helping me actually get through content. Thanks Minos for your infinite threats. Thanks Luke and Van for being the biggest goobers to ever walk the planet. Thanks Nick for coming to me for advice, even though I don't usually give the best advice at most times. Thanks Potato for being one of the most American motherfuckers out there. Thanks Yotman for being my silly little goofy Russian boy. Thanks Elemento for being chill like that. Thanks Andre for being my little honey covered pretzel. And thanks to everyone else for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.